All right, today we are pulling back the curtain on something pretty wild in the world of content creation, the AI-powered Faceless YouTube channel. And we're going to do it by taking a close look at the playbook of a channel that's absolutely crushing it in this space, the Zinny Studio. So let's just start with the big question, the one that this whole thing hinges on. Is it actually possible to build a massive, profitable YouTube channel like an empire without ever once stepping in front of a camera? Well, the answer is complicated. And to figure it out, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at the big promise that gets everyone so excited. Then, the AI tools that make it all happen. After that, we'll get into the formula for making viral content, how these channels actually make money, and finally, we've got to talk about the very real risks. Okay, first things first, the promise. What is it about this idea that's so magnetic? Why are so many people diving in? So just so we're all on the same page, a faceless channel is pretty much what it sounds like. The person behind it stays completely anonymous. Instead of a camera and a mic, they use a whole bunch of AI tools to create everything. The images, the animations, even the voice you hear in the video. And this isn't just some tiny niche concept. Our case study, the Zinny Studio, has racked up over 161,000 subscribers just by teaching people how to do this. That number alone tells you there is a huge, hungry audience for this kind of thing. And this right here perfectly captures the dream. It's a title from one of their own videos, and it says it all. Insane results, we're talking millions of views, for what they claim is minimal effort. Just an hour of work. I mean, who wouldn't be tempted by that pitch? But how is that even possible? What's the engine running under the hood that can deliver on a promise like that? Well, that brings us right to the AI-powered toolkit. What's so interesting here is that it's not just one magic tool, it's a whole collection, a stack. If you look at the Zinny Studio's video titles, you can see the patterns. For video and animation, they're talking about tools like Kling and VO3. For the voiceovers, 11 Labs is all over the place. For images and art, you see Midjourney, Recraft, you name it. And the glue holding it all together for speed, that's workflow automation with things like Notebook LM and ChatGPT 4o. Okay, so having the tools is one thing. But knowing how to use them to make stuff that people actually want to click on, well, that's a whole other ballgame. And this is where we get into the viral content formula. The strategy is, well, it's not exactly subtle, but it is incredibly effective. The channel's titles are just loaded with these power words designed to make you stop scrolling. You see secret, viral, insane everywhere. And this isn't just random clickbait. It's a very deliberate tactic to make the content feel like essential, can't miss information. And what are they applying this formula to? Well, this chart of audience interest tells a pretty clear story. Videos about finding faceless niches are by far the most popular. But right behind that, you see a huge appetite for tutorials on creating AI animation and documentaries. The demand is clearly there. So the key takeaway here is that the whole formula is built on just a few core types of content. The Zinny Studio is constantly showing its audience how to make AI animations, documentaries about things like finance or geography, talking avatars, music videos, and these really specific guides for niches like fitness. It's a system that they teach over and over again. Making viral videos is great, but how does that actually turn into a real business? That leads us to the monetization model, which, believe me, goes way beyond what you'd normally expect. So what's with this number, 21? It comes straight from one of their video titles, 21 income streams every faceless YouTuber should know about. Right away, that tells you this strategy isn't about relying on one thing. It's about diversification. Big time. So yeah, YouTube's AdSense is the obvious starting point, but honestly, it's just the tip of the iceberg. The real business model is way more complex. It includes affiliate marketing for all those AI tools they talk about, selling digital products like courses, landing sponsorships, offering their AI creation skills as a service, and even building up channels just to sell them for a profit. Okay, so far this all sounds like a digital gold rush, right? But to their credit, the channel is also pretty upfront about the flip side of this coin. So we need to have a serious talk about the risks and the realities. And we don't have to look very hard to find the proof. I mean, a video titled AI Faceless Channels Getting Demonetized at Scale, that's a huge warning shot. This isn't some critic from the outside. This is the creator themselves ringing the alarm bell, which tells you just how serious this threat really is. And this slide just lays out that tension perfectly. On the left, you have the amazing promise, create content super fast, huge potential to go viral. But on the right, you have the harsh reality. A a very real risk of getting demonetized, and the fact that the ground is constantly shifting under your feet as both the AI tools and YouTube's rules keep changing. So to sum it up, if you're in this space, you are constantly juggling some major challenges. You've got YouTube's policies on AI content that are always evolving, the constant threat of losing your monetization, the dizzying speed of new AI tools you have to learn, and of course, the completely unpredictable YouTube algorithm. So what's the bottom line in all of this? Look, the AI faceless channel model is, without a doubt, powerful. It has radically lowered the barrier to entry for making content. But at the same time, it is incredibly volatile. It's a high-risk, high-reward game, being played on a field where the rules are literally still being written. Which leaves us with one last massive question to think about. Are we looking at the actual future of how content gets made online? A real fundamental shift in the creator economy? Or is this just a temporary gold rush, a fleeting opportunity that's going to dry up as the platforms and the AI tech get more mature? Something to chew